Welcome back, everybody, to the Baltimore Orioles franchise here on MLB The Show 21. Our Orioles are currently about halfway done the month of August here in season number 3, and we are still having a really strong season, currently 68-45. Last episode was for trade deadline, and we made a flurry of moves. The big ones were to acquire relief pitcher Kenyon Middleton from the Seattle Mariners, who's been having a really good season, 3.2 ERA, and then first baseman Anthony Rizzo, the longtime Chicago Cub, who since the trade has played really well. He already has 4 home runs for us. His average has gone up quite a bit. Both Middleton and Rizzo are free agents at the end of the year, so we did not end up needing to give up a massive haul for them. So we are going to make a little roster move. Max Meyer has been pitching pretty well in AAA. I think he has earned the opportunity to come back up in the big leagues, and Reynaldo Lopez will be sent down. Obviously, Meyer had a rough stint this year in the majors, but I think after 8 starts in AAA, I think he's good. Heston Kjerstad is just doing a small thing in AAA, and I originally planned on calling him back up, but he has been playing pretty poorly. 35 at-bats, only hitting 200, coming off a lackluster month of July. So I think we're going to keep him in AAA for the time being, and probably once we reach the month of September is when we will actually end up calling him up. So here's a look currently at the lineup. Not anyone who I wanted to send down over Heston Kjerstad. The player who we called him up for, Christian Robinson, has been great. Ivan Cortes Jr. has been pretty good since he was called up. And then here's a look at the pitching. Nothing super notable to talk about other than Max Meyer going back into the rotation, and Eliezer Hernandez will resume his role as the long reliever. Cleveland has been surprisingly really good this year, and they acquired first baseman Lenny Ling from the Boston Red Sox at the trade deadline, which is a very big move. Although his offensive stats are not quite what they were last year, he's still having a great year. 289 average. His OPS is pretty high. He's hitting 21 home runs. He's doing Lenny Ling type things. So let's get to this one. Here at Progressive Stadium, the 68-45 Baltimore Orioles take on the 62-49 Cleveland. Am I supposed to call them the Indians or the Guardians? We're just going to call them Cleveland to make things simple today. Here's a look at both lineups, 1-9. No Adley Rutschman for Baltimore. He will not be getting the start, getting some rest instead. And it'll be the Yerminator, your mean Mercedes, behind the dish. Zach Plesac will be starting for Cleveland. He's had a great year, 2.73 ERA, 1.02 whip, and 22 starts. Going to try to keep that up here. His first batter of the game would be the second baseman, Jalen Miller, hitting leadoff today. Miller rockets this one into right. What a catch for Franimal! Franmil Reyes with a diving grab. Not quite a gold glove type of defender making that play, but great defense by Franmil Reyes. And then Louis St. John gets fooled by the outside slider. Great pitch from Plesac. Hey, nice neck tat, dude. On to the bottom of the first, Max Meyer will be starting for Baltimore. Did not pitch well in the 13 starts he was up in the majors this year, but he has pitched pretty well in AAA. And I think this new stint with the big leagues will give him a lot of much-needed confidence. His first batter, Ahmed Rosario, goes down on the slider. So, hey, that's a good start. Lenny Ling now, one of the most feared hitters in baseball, goes down on the fastball. Strong first inning of work from Max Meyer. 2 strikeouts, no hits, no walks, nobody left on. And we go to the bottom of the second. Meyer trying to keep the groove going is Carlos Correa, the big free agent signing a couple off seasons ago, goes down looking. And then Eddie Rosario, 1-2, gets fooled by the low fastball in the dirt. Max Meyer up to 4 strikeouts now. I know 2 innings is a small sample size, but this looks like a totally different player compared to what he was at the start of the year. Oscar Mercado, see ya, goes down on the changeup. Max Meyer up to 5 strikeouts now. How about one more for good measure? Well, that's not going to be a strikeout, but Max Meyer is going to make an awesome defensive play. 3 perfect innings for Max Meyer. He has been extraordinary. The only problem is Baltimore's offense has not done really much at all either. They only have 1 hit to show for it up to this point. Louis St. John draws a walk. Hey, it's a base runner. We'll see if Baltimore can capitalize off this opportunity with Eliot Ramos up to the dish. 2-2 count, runner on first and 1 out. Ramos belts this one into left. Tosses the bat. 2-run shot for Eliot Ramos, and the Baltimore Orioles are on the board. It is 2-0. Ramos with his 22nd home run of the season, 441 feet. That one was an absolute nuke. Beautiful swing there by Ramos, continuing his exceptional rookie campaign. But I don't think Baltimore is done. Marco Luciano, who had the only hit of the game going into this inning, will get his second base knock of the game, a single in the left field. So Luciano now reaches base. Still one away. Anthony Rizzo strikes out on the fastball. Nice pitch from Plesac. So I think Zach Plesac has to be feeling pretty good about himself. He just got the out there. Things seem to be going a little bit better, right? Well, Ryan Mountcastle would get another hit in the left. So now he's in a sticky situation. 2-1, 2 out. He's already allowed 2 runs in this inning. He cannot allow Christian Robinson to get on base. Robinson, high and pretty deep in the left. That one will go off the top of the wall. Both runs will score a 2-run double for Christian Robinson. And the Baltimore Orioles will take a 4-0 lead. A very strong bottom of the 4th inning as Ramos and Robinson each drive in 2 runs. And the disaster would finally come to an end as Yerman Mercedes would strike out on the slider. Zach Plesac was dominating through 3 innings, and now I don't know what happened in that one. 4th inning now for the Indians, as this one will drop in a right for Ahmed Rosario. The perfect game for Max Meyer is dead. He went through the entire order with not allowing a base runner, and now Lenny Ling's going to make him pay for allowing the single. Ling, if it's fair, it's gone. It is definitely fair. 2-run homer for Lenny Ling, his 22nd of the year, just under 400 feet. So both offenses have come alive here in the 4th inning, not just the Orioles, as it is now 4-2. Franmil Reyes now goes down to the fastball, and Max Meyer again starting to get back into that groove. He's up to 6 Ks on the day. Top of the 5th inning now, 4-2 remains your score. It's Max Muncie. That one nearly went as high as the moon. Is it going to be fair? Not quite. 3.7 feet away from the foul pole. Just missed it. On the very next pitch, he would end up swinging at some garbage in the dirt. Not really what you want to see there. Roberto Perez will throw him out pretty easily at first, and the side will be retired. Bottom 5, Eddie Rosario with a high fly. Deep and a right. Is it going to stay fair? No, just foul. That one was 4.3 feet away from the pole. Unlike Max Muncie, however, Eddie Rosario will at least still reach base as he draws a walk. So Cleveland opens the inning off with a base runner. That'll bring up Josh Naylor, who thinks he drew a walk, but not too fast, buddy. Goes down looking on the outside fastball. Ahmed Rosario now up with 2-on, 2 out. Singles into center. Run will score. And now Cleveland brings it within 1. It's 4-3. And with runners on the corners, they could possibly try to add another one. It's going to be the third baseman, Fernando Mendoza. Weakly grounded to third. Can Muncie make the play? He does. So the Orioles do escape out of the inning, but Cleveland does score 1. That'll end Max Meyer's day. 5 innings, 3 earned runs. He was dominant to start this game, and he looked like a future ace. He didn't play well down the stretch, but overall, I would say a pretty good start. Top of the 6th now, Anthony Rizzo with a bomb. That one is gone, and the Baltimore Orioles will extend the lead. Rizzo with his 18th home run of the season, his 5th as an Oriole, and he's only been on the team for like 2 weeks. He has been such a pleasant addition to this team. And after that Rizzo home run, Cleveland would make a pitching change as Michael Kopech, the former top prospect, will check in for Plesac, taking on Ryan Mountcastle, who swings and misses at the inside 99-mile-an-hour fastball. You can't really blame Mountcastle. That is an absolutely filthy pitch. But still a good inning as Baltimore adds another run, courteous of Anthony Rizzo. Bottom 6, the other trade deadline acquisition, Kenyon Middleton, will enter. 64 appearances in Seattle and Baltimore, ERA at 3.2. As his first batter, Lenny Ling, lines that one in the left. It's going to go off of the wall, and it'll be a double. Got to be honest, I didn't think he had 8 speed. I thought he was slower than that. So Lenny Ling will reach second, and with nobody out, Cleveland is a runner in scoring position. Franmil Reyes gets the outside pitch, singled into right. Ling will not test the arm of Christian Robinson. That was probably the right decision. So now runners on the corners, nobody out still for Carlos Correa. Again, the outside pitch is singled into right. Ling will score, and it is now 4-3. It's been a pretty rough inning so far for Kenyon Middleton. His first 3 base runners would reach. Now runners on the corners, 2 away for Mercado. He goes down on the check swing. Although Cleveland added another run, if you're Kenyon Middleton, you've got to be feeling pretty good that you were able to get out of that jam. Top of the 7th now, 2 away here for Jalen Miller, who bloops this one into right. Can Reyes make another diving catch? He does not. The ball goes right by him. Jalen Miller's going to keep running. Rounding second, headed to third. That'll be a triple for Jalen Miller. And all of a sudden, there's a runner 90 feet away from home. That should have been a single had Reyes just played the ball normally, but he decided to go for the big play. And, well, it backfired. We'll see if that leads to the Orioles scoring a run. It looks like it will. Max Muncie singles into right. Jalen Miller does score. He definitely would not have been able to score had that only been a single, and it is now 6-4. That'll bring up Louis St. John. He gets plunked. He just took a 100-mile-an-hour fastball to the shoulder. Taking it like a champ, though. He'll take his base. And that'll bring up Eliot Ramos, who already has a home run earlier today. Can he do something else here? He does not. It's a grounder to third. Fernando Mendoza will make the play. But the Orioles do score another run. Their offense the past 4 innings has been really impressive. So Adley Rutschman is now in behind the dish. He actually had an at-bat that inning, replacing Yermin Mercedes. And Matthias Hundertwasser will enter for the Orioles. He has been unreal in his major league career so far. 11 and a third innings. He's only allowed 1 run, which was the homer last episode by Juan Soto. First batter he sees is Roberto Perez, who gets that one past the glove of Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo probably should have made that play. That's some pretty bad defense. So Perez will start the inning with a base hit. We'll see if Cleveland can capitalize. Ahmed Rosario now. He already has a couple base hits today. That one into right. And Christian Robinson outright drops it. Robinson is a really good defender. Most players would not have the quickness to get to that ball. But you cannot drop that, dude. That'll bring up Fernando Mendoza. Over the glove of Jalen Miller. 1 run scores. Ahmed Rosario will not test Robinson's arm. He would have been out by a mile. So Mendoza drives in a run. And then Lenny Lang launches an absolute nuke into right field. And all of a sudden, Cleveland is now up by 2. Lenny Lang has been unbelievable today. His 2nd home run of the game. His 3rd extra base hit. And Matthias Hundertwasser, for the first time in his major league career, got rocked. Cal Quantrill is in here in the top of the 8th for Cleveland. Luckily, Hundertwasser did finish out the bottom of the 7th strong. As the first batter of the 8th inning, as Marco Luciano gets his 3rd base hit of the game off the wall and left. That'll be a double for Luciano. And the Orioles start the inning with a runner in scoring position. This game has become really interesting the past couple of innings. Liam Bumaye now in for Christian Robinson. And he's going to ground into a 5-4-3 double play. The one thing Baltimore could not have happened on that play happened, and it remains 8-6. Edwin Diaz is in the bottom of the 8th. He has had a great season for the Orioles. Of course, made the All-Star team. As here's Roberto Perez with 2 outs. Gets that one past the glove of Diaz for a single into center field. Perez's 2nd hit in as many innings. So Cleveland now gets another base runner. We'll see if they can get some more run support. Ahmed Rosario gets that one into right. For whatever reason, Liam Bumaye was not going the way I wanted him to. I was trying to make the first baseman go, like, to a certain side, but he didn't. And then Rosario headed home. So we're just going to pretend like that play never happened and move on to the 9th, because I don't really want to talk about that disaster. Emmanuel Clase, the former Pirates franchise legend, is in to finish it off here, taking on Louis St. John, 2-2 pitch. And St. John will hit the 102-mile-an-hour cutter into right, but it is caught by Franmil Reyes, and Cleveland wins it 10-6. So, hey, had that last defensive play not happened, we still would have lost. Actually, we probably would have lost by, like, worse, because James Karinchak would have gotten the save, and he's, like, really good. Max Meyer had a good game, 5 innings, allowed 3 earned runs, but he was phenomenal in the first 3 innings. The lineup was good, but after the 3rd inning, we just totally forgot how to pitch. So we're going to simulate the next 2 weeks. We do end up winning that Cleveland series, winning the next 2 games. We take 2 of 3 against Kansas City, swept by Toronto, 3 of 4 against the Tigers, and now we have a series here at Citizens Bank Ballpark, home of the Phillies. The Orioles did win Game 1 of the series, so this is Game 2. Baltimore will be going for the sweep. I always like playing at National League ballparks because we don't really get a chance to do that often. Here's a look at the lineups. Both pitchers, of course, will be hitting. We're not used to that since we play in the American League. Alec Hansen on the bump for the Phillies. He's been pretty average this year. He hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been really good either. Max Muncie, bloops this one. Muncie actually has a chance to be safe. The throw is close, but in time. That would have been a very unorthodox single had it actually worked. Eduardo Rodriguez starting for Baltimore. His ERA hovering right around 4, but he does have a pretty low whip at 1.28. He's had a pretty good season for the most part. As he starts the inning, striking out the talented center fielder, Roman Quinn. That'll bring him Alec Boehm, the 1-2. Goes down looking on the fastball. Good inning for Eduardo Rodriguez as he strikes out 2. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. The home run derby champion, Rhys Hoskins, will get that one to drop and a right. I think the base runner, Bryce Harper, was expecting that ball to be caught, so he waited to run, and because of that, Rhys Hoskins will only get a single out of that. Harper advances to third, so now runners on the corners and 1 out for the former Baltimore Oriole, Ramon Urias, who flies that one out to right. Bryce Harper will score, and the Philadelphia Phillies are on the board. It is now 1-0. Good sac fly from Urias, getting some revenge against his old squad, and we go to the third inning now. Eliot Ramos gets that one into the right center gap. It's going to drop for an extra base hit. The runner on his horse headed to the plate. The throw will not be in time, and the Orioles are now on the board. That was Max Muncie who was driven in, and Eliot Ramos will tie the game up at 1. Now on to the top of the fourth, Jalen Miller is up. That one will go in the right center gap as well. Miller thought about 3, but is going to hold up at 2. So a double for Jalen Miller, and now Baltimore's offense is starting to pile on some extra base hits. Unfortunately for them, the pitcher is up, Eduardo Rodriguez, who is 0 for 27 in his major league career. Now he's going to be 0 for 28 as he flies out to left. I really want to see him get his first career hit today, but I don't know how many more at-bats he's going to get. Today's game has definitely been a pitcher's duel. Both Rodriguez and Hansen have had pretty strong performances on the bump. As we go to the fifth, Marco Luciano check swings on the fastball. That pitch might have just been in the zone as is, so his check swing didn't really matter. Bottom 5, it's the catcher JT Realmuto grounding that one to third. Muncie did not charge after it for whatever reason, and because of that, Realmuto is going to be safe. So bad defense there for Muncie, and the Phillies are going to start beating off of the base runner. 1 away now for Cornelius Randolph. Grounds that one right to second. Miller to Luciano to Rizzo for the 4-6-3 double play. So the bad defense by Muncie proves not to be an issue, and the game remains tied at 1 through 5. On to the 6th. Eliot Ramos leading the inning off. Goes down looking on the fastball. That pitch was painted right down the middle. I don't know what else he was looking for. 2 away now for Rizzo. That one is high and pretty deep and a right. It has a chance. Go on it. The Orioles take a 2-1 lead. Anthony Rizzo with his 21st home run of the season and his 8th here in the month of August with Baltimore. He has been such a good addition to this team. Alec Hansen will be taken out of the game. Another Pirates franchise legend, Adonis Medina, is in. Unfortunately, unlike the Pirates franchise, Medina has not really developed, but he does get out of the inning as Jalen Miller lines out to short. Nice play by Gene Segura. On to the bottom of the 6th inning. Eduardo Rodriguez still in as he gets Segura to go down on the inside changeup. That was a nasty pitch. Eduardo Rodriguez is still absolutely dominating. Roman Quinn now 1-2, flies this one into center. Louis St. John is playing center field today as he will make the grab. Eduardo Rodriguez has pitched 6 dominant innings, but he has not really shown many signs of slowing down. Don't be surprised to see Baltimore keep him in. Eloy Morales into the game for the Phillies in the top of the 7th, facing off against Ryan Mountcastle, and that one is going into the left field seats. Mountcastle with his 15th home run of the season, and the Orioles now lead 3-1. The Phillies bullpen is mainly made up of starting pitchers. Both Adonis Medina and Eloy Morales are starters. I don't know why they have so many starting pitchers in their bullpen, but oh well. Max Muncie gets that one off the wall in center. Had it gone a little bit more to the right, it probably would have been gone into that little bush area. Muncie on a 6-game hitting streak. Hey, he's like 10% of the way there to catch DiMaggio. I don't think he's going to catch DiMaggio if I was taking a wild guess. Luciano flies out to center. Muncie trying to tag third. The throw is very close, but he is safe. Good base running by Max Muncie. And that'll bring up Louis St. John with a major opportunity to do something. St. John flies this one pretty high into straightaway center. Roman Quinn will make the play. The Orioles do not tack on another run, but the past couple of innings, the offense has played well with a pair of big home runs. The Phillies are trying to do some more damage as a JT Realmuto single will put 2 runners aboard with 2 outs for Ramon Urias. Grounds that to short. Can Luciano get the throw? Not in time. And the bases are now loaded. A major opportunity here for Cornelius Randolph. Rodriguez is absolutely gassed as Muncie's throw to first is offline. Run scores. It's now 3-2. Rodriguez is nearing 120 pitches. He is completely out of energy, but he wants to get out of the inning, and he does. Eduardo Escobar, the pinch hitter, will fly out over to second. Jalen Miller will make the play. And that'll end Eduardo Rodriguez's game. 125 pitches for Rodriguez. That was a long inning, but he wanted to finish it off, and he was able to. Top 8, Chase Anderson, another former starting pitcher, coming out of a bullpen here for the Phillies. No wonder they're under 500. I guess the Phillies bullpen is so bad in real life, they figured, hey, the strategy is instead of using relievers to have actual starters instead. Anderson will go through the lineup 1, 2, 3, retiring to side. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Edwin Diaz is in for Baltimore. His ERA is starting to get a little bit higher, but it's still sub-2 as he starts feeling striking out Gene Segura. Looking at Eduardo Rodriguez in the dugout. A really impressive performance. One of his best starts as an Oriole. Roman Quinn going to try to go for the drag bunt. Barehanded throw from Muncie is in time. What a play by Max Muncie, who's had a few defensive laughs in this episode, but not on that one. Top 9, Ranger Suarez is in for the Phillies. He has started a few games in his career, but he's like one of the few actual relievers on this team other than their closer, Archie Bradley. As Jalen Miller starts feeding with a hit. Miller trying to go 2. He is gunned down. Great defense by Roman Quinn. Miller wanted to be a little bit aggressive there. He's definitely fast, but he was not fast enough to beat out the throw. Liam Boumaier is now up. His first at-bat of the game, subbing in for Ryan Mountcastle because Mountcastle struggles against lefties. That will be a single. It goes over the head of the second baseman, Urias. So now the Orioles have themselves a base runner and 1 out. That would bring up the pinch hitter, Blaze Jordan. We know what he can do power-wise. Count is full. Runner on first and 1 away. And he goes down on the 2-seam fastball. That probably would have been ball 4, but that was pretty close to the zone. Just a really good pitch by Ranger Suarez. Taylor Rogers is in for the save. He started his season kind of slow, but he has been one of the best closers in baseball really the past 2 months. 33 of 37 in save opportunities. Did Liam Boumaier just moonwalk? Is he showing off his Michael Jackson impression? Okay. Well, he gets the out, and then with 2 away, Ramon Urias grounds out to third. Muncie with the play, and the Orioles defeat the Philadelphia Phillies by the score of 3-2. A really strong pitching performance from Eduardo Rodriguez, who went 7 innings, 125 total pitches. You don't see many pitchers today go over 100, and he went 125. The bullpen did their job to shut the door, and the offense, although not great, they were good enough to get the win. Hansen gets the loss. He pitched pretty well, but his run support didn't really back him up. So that'll end today's episode. Next time, we will start the month of September. Rosters will go up from 26 to 28, so we will be able to call some guys up. I think next episode, we're probably also going to look at some minor league stuff as well, so I hope you guys are excited about that. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Peace out.